show, man. But the way it starts is it's like it feels as if you guys are cutting in, like
just, out of nowhere,
just cutting in. Yeah, so it sounds like the show's fucked up, and I'm like, dude, that's the shtick of that's what we do.
Well, only idiots would do that on a show anyway, right? I mean, because it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not. Oh shit. We're live.
Are we?
We are live. Off the wall.
We're live.
And in your face for the next 2 hours, hour and a half, hour, whatever we feel like.
But you have no excuses, people, because we gave you a break last week.
We did give you a break because I was what do they call it?
Purging?
The purging, you could say. Or what's that one where you get rid of all the...
detoxing.
I was detoxing.
Yeah. You were
orally.
definitely detoxing orally.
Orally detoxing. Yeah, I had a little bit of a food poisoning.
Oh, a little bit of. Jesus.
It was unpleasant. It sounded like I was birthing a demon.
Man.
From my mouth.
I gotta give you credit. You're a relatively quiet puker. The only way I could tell you were puking up here was by the spit. The spit you always do after you puke. You got to clear that out of there.
It's so horrible too right after you're done puking because you're just like I mean, at that point you're just you.
Yeah.
You're just that little speck of existence, right? At that point you're just like
yeah.
Your body's like
Yep, and the coughing too. That's where everybody makes noise.
I know.
Cough.
Man, I think that would just suck, like if you you're laying in bed on your back and you throw up, and you can aspirate. I think that'd be a fuck of a way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, there are worse ways to go, yes.
Most people who are doing that are really fucked up. Because to aspirate, generally you're not coherent, right? So you have to just die that way. It wouldn't be that bad.
But it wouldn't be that bad. But let's say you're wherever you're going after you die, right? And you're sitting around. The guy's like, hey, how'd you die? Oh, man, there was this house fire, and I saved like 100 orphans. And then I got killed in the timbers. I was like, hey, what'd you do? Oh, man, the ship was sinking, and I gave somebody else my seat. What'd you do? Choked on my own vomit.
I got real drunk one night and choked on my own vomit.
Yeah. With a really large butt plug in.
Wow.
And the goggles on and my furry unicorn with wings outfit on. That's how I was found.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're dead. You don't give a shit anyway, but that's fucking hilarious.
I would fucking care. I'd be in the afterlife like, no, that's fucked up. Come on.
They're not
going to be home for another hour. Just let me, come on.
It was a one-time thing. You had all these items.
It's like, we have an album here. Look at this picture. Hey.
Yeah.
Who took that picture? That's fucked up.
But you feeling better now?
I feel much better.
Yeah.
Yes. That was unpleasant.
No shit. Whoops.
To say the least, it was very unpleasant.
It fell. Yeah, I bet.
It fell down.
It didn't sound good because we came back here to the house
getting ready to record, and we were eating dinner.
And you took about one bite, and it was.
And you were
talking to your daughter.
We were
talking to
FaceTiming
Kayla.
with my daughter, and then I just handed you the iPad.
He kind of goes, my stomach's not feeling good, and then you didn't come down for about a good half hour.
I'm like,
you actually never came down.
I'm like, here, man, talk to my daughter.
Yeah.
Well, hello, John's daughter.
And it was chucking time. Chucky, Chuck.
You know Kayla, though, pretty well. So you guys just laughed about it.
Yeah, we're pretending. Somebody's laughing at this.
What's going on?
Well, we did a float tank.
We did do a float tank.
We did a float.
It was awesome. I was trying.
What you're thinking of? Like that's the word that come to your mind was awesome.
No. Awesome's like right there by the door. No, I'm trying to think of the name. What's the name of the company?
Float Foundation.
Float Foundation. Thank you.
In Minneapolis.
Because we looked at so many different Float Foundry. That was one I came across that in Google. Float Foundry. It's like stop. Okay, a foundry means hot metal, melted things. Sorry,
you're not going to float in hot metal.
You would.
Mercury.
You'd float in hot metal for a little bit because it's very dense.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, oh, man.
You would literally be one with the hot metal there in a minute.
You would be bacon.
Oh, like bacon?
Bacon.
Oh, baking.
No, bacon.
Oh, you would be bacon.
Oh,
really?
you'd be bacon real soon. And then you'd be ash. Be ash, not beat ash.
Okay.
Ash as in Army of Darkness.
Ah. I mean, that's, wow.
Or
that's
ash as in
now
mouthful of.
Mouthful of ash?
It's a analogy or a metaphor for regret.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, one thing we didn't regret was going into the float tanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, and we didn't go into the same tank.
No, we did not share. Everyone's asking us that. Did you guys share?
Yeah.
Well, they always give us our tank because Aaron and I, we're pretty tight. We hang out together a lot.
Not enough to float naked next to each other, though.
Yeah.
Not enough.
And am I sinking in my...
Yes. You are. No, you change positioning, mic placement.
I'm just going to do that.
These are things you generally do when we press play. So...
Yes. This is what we do.
No, this is what you do.
I know. I'm a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
I know this.
You can't... You got to give him a room that's really wide open because he needs to explore the room.
I'm a busy person, very important person.
Very important.
The flotation tanks were really cool though, because we were in there for about an hour.
Yes.
And share your experience first, and then I'll get to mine.
Well, let's explain what it is. So first of all, you each get a room with a shower, and then there's the float tank itself.
Think of it as a shallow jacuzzi.
Yeah, exactly. The water is not as hot as a jacuzzi, but it's filled with salt.
800 to 1,000 pounds of salt.
And you can feel the salt on the bottom. Like it's the water is definitely salty. So you float, obviously. And we
all float too.
We all float down here.
Y'all float too.
I didn't see the clown in there. But essentially what you do is you shower off, you go into this float tank, and you can control the lights and like the music sound. And the music kind of had like a pulse to it.
A theta pulse.
Some theta pulse thing.
The ASMR stuff for the brain to that kind of stuff that if I'm going to talk about it I should know about, but I don't. So anyway,
it's supposed to help something with sleep. But
alpha theta, isn't it alpha theta waves? Isn't that what it is?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
It's pretty cool stuff. I've had a few tapes for that stuff, and it's really cool because it does put you in a cool place mentally. It's
if you've heard meditation music, it's very similar. How it comes in waves. That's how meditation music works.
Dude, speaking of, it's called the Digression for a reason. I had this one tape for meditation, right? And it was like just that kind of what we heard last night, but there were no beats. Okay. So it's just that ambient, but every once in a while you'd hear this shing, 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 just this ringing sound, right? And it sounded like a giant ring being slid across the floor, like a long hallway.
Yep.
Just so it's just like, and I got to a point where in meditation with that one to where in my mind's eye, clear as fucking day, it was like these two monks, right? Like wearing the monk's garb, the orange monk's garb.
Sure.
In this huge room made of like onyx, just black onyx, right? And there's lights at each side of doorways at each side of the door. And there's a little light coming in. But these guys are taking turns throwing this metal ring back and forth to each other. So it's like... And it was just cool the way it would just go... The way they did that. Crafted the sound, yeah. So I got to a point that would be my visual. That was my visual for it.
Jeez.
To this day, I can still see that clear as day. They're waving right now. Wave.
That's crazy. Wow. No kidding. I never heard about that.
That's cool stuff.
So the theta music.
We're back to the float.
All right. So they pump some of that into the float tank for you, and you control the sound and lights in your room. So basically how it works is what was most effective for me was to pitch black the room and hear at first no sound. And that, because it's weird when you have sensory deprivation where you can't see anything and you really can't hear anything. You can only hear your body, right?
Yes.
And yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I could hear when my muscles were tense or my bones were like a little rubbing against each other and my heartbeat. And I found that the best way for me to do it was to turn all the music off, figure out a relaxed state by hearing my body not relaxing, and then putting it into a relaxed state, and then turning that theta music on, because that helped me. It was weird. It kind of came in waves.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so that's how so all you do is you float in there. That's all you're fucking doing, but it's shut your mind off or think about things. It doesn't really matter. There's no right way to do it.
No, and he's spot on. It was quite the experience. I mean, it took me a few minutes to... The music, sometimes the music I'm sure would work for me. Last night it wasn't working, so I found if I just turned it off and then just relax the body. But like you said, it was crazy when you're listening to your body, because you can, like, especially, I'm a clencher. I clench...
your jaw.
My jaw a lot. And I could hear myself clenching it. So I'd be in there, and it would just sound like kind of like that sound when you're underwater. Think of when you were a kid and you're in the pool, when you'd be underwater and you're holding your breath and you're trying to see how long you can. And you know how when you get to the end of that count, you could hear, like, it's like your blood is boiling in your ears. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that sound. So I could hear that, and it would get louder and more intense. I'm like, oh, relax. So I'd relax my jaw, and then it's like, I still feel, I can still hear some of it. It's like, oh, relax my head a little bit. And I just let my head float in. And it was just that gradual, as you're looking at your body, and pretty soon I was completely relaxed, and I wasn't hearing much of anything.
And when you reach that point, at least for me, in my experience, was when I finally did relax everything and just kind of let it go. It was weird. You felt weightless.
Yes,
and it was almost
because you float in this.
Exactly.
Because that's the thing about the salt water. And that's what's weird when you first get it in the tank too. You're like, oh, well, hey.
Yeah, because you float. It's tough to hit the bottom.
Usually in the bathtub, your legs are like, hey, it's the bottom. This is like, I don't want to touch the bottom.
Bloop, bloop. I'm like, oh, shit.
So sorry to interrupt.
No, the weightless feeling was really strange because it gives you this feeling of not being in the body anymore. Literally, like, because you don't feel your body anymore. Your body is gone. There's no gravity on it. There's no weight to it. So it's just like, it's weird. It's like your little mind essence floating out there.
And you could almost feel your actual being kind of bobbing as well.
Yeah. And that's another thing I felt too. We were told that's very rare, but people can throw up from doing this. And every once in a while I would feel like I was slowly turning, even though I wasn't. I was still. Did you get that turning feeling?
Yes, but I didn't get the turning feeling as much as I got I could feel my essence or my being.
Oh, rolling
backwards, just kind of like, whoa.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I tried to be cool and just let go of that and make sure that I didn't dwell on it, so I didn't fuck with my head or anything.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I had one moment of connection. It was weird. I went into this not expecting to trip out or anything crazy like that. This wasn't really a trip out moment, but it was after I really relaxed, that's when my mind, it was weird. My mind didn't have to think about my body at all, and I could just wander off to other things. It was weird. It was like it's tough to explain. It was like connection somehow. It was like a good connection to either my body or people around me, but it was weird. I got an overwhelming sense of like communication, connection, and love, and how I need to give more in order to stay connected to whatever that feeling was. I don't know where that came from, but it did. Yeah. So yeah, it was interesting.
But that's definitely a good chunk of metadata from the subconsciousness,
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't see anything. I didn't see colors or anything like that, but that was probably the most memorable thing. And other than that, it was very relaxing. Because when I got home, I went to sleep. So what was your experience? A little different.
When I get to a lot of the meditative states, I have two things that happen, generally speaking, for me. I have, sorry, legs cramping. Usually it's just nothingness, just a oneness with nothingness. If that makes any sense, you're just laying there and you're just not thinking about anything. You're just letting that little pond that's your fucking life or mind, whatever, just go still. Mm-hmm. And that's really cool. But then I remember. See, I visualize music. We've talked about that. It's not a real big case of synesthesia, but slight, enough to where I fucking see music.
Color
in the form of colors, yeah. And they're usually like for me, there was this kind of a reverse blossoming of like darkness just coming around, and then it was like purple, right? And it was just coming through. I'll do it this way.
Let me ask you this before you get into this. In the tank, when it was pitch black, were your eyes open, or were they closed?
I was open.
Okay, because I kept mine closed for the most part.
I did both. I opened them and
okay,
closed
so
them.
Open is where you started to see this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And so it was like I had just a band of black that would just kind of fade in, and then it would be like, the purple would come out, and then as the purple would go down, it would darken, and then the next purple, It's crazy the way it happens because that's been something that's happened all my life. Like, in the shower when you're rubbing your eyes, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was cool. It was just cool just sitting there. It can be very bright. It's weird. Even though it's in your mind's eye, it's still bright. You're just like, but you can't close your eyes against it.
Sure.
And then at one point, it was like I could see the inside of the tub room we were in, even though all the lights were off. And I opened my eyes, and it's like it was that same footprint of it. And I'm sure it's just a mind's eye footprint from when the lights were on. But
because the ceiling in these rooms, they were not just a flat ceiling. It was
kind of dome.
Where you entered the door, you could walk in, and then it kind of tapered down.
Tapered down like those old campers, those small, tiny campers.
Yep, exactly, like a tent trailer.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
It was a cool experience. It was a really cool place, and their prices are awesome. The staff is great.
Yeah.
Very fun to talk to.
What was her name again? Vina. She was really cool.
Vina, very cool lady.
She talked to us afterwards because we were talking about our experience and just kind of stuff. Because they tell you might not every time reach an epiphany moment, but generally people who keep doing it reach an epiphany moment in the tank. And they have a journal where you write that down.
You can write shit like that down.
It's pretty interesting.
And you know what? She handed me the journal, and I couldn't write anything down because I didn't bring my fucking glasses.
Oh, you can see.
I can't see a fucking thing without these guys.
No, there was time now. At least I have my books.
Clink. No, but it was, like I said, they were really good. And the cool thing about afterwards when Vina was talking to us, you didn't feel like she was waiting for us to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what was cool. She was really, really welcoming.
Yeah, and she even talked to us about her experiences and the colors she sees.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, like pink and red. And then she says she likes to stretch out in there because there's plenty of room in the tank.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we both signed back up.
Yeah, we got another one coming. Gonna do it. Don't care.
Yeah.
What else is going on? We'll put a link to the
Float
Foundation on the on
this video
down below.
Yeah, check it out.
Where you like and comment and subscribe.
They're doing a buy one get one right now, so you can float for $40 a session. So it's $40 for an hour.
Yes,
to float, and they take care of everything. You get the earplugs from them.
Very clean.
Yeah, it's super clean. It was great.
Clean. And that's really cool because I get weird about that. I'm not like a germaphobe or anything like that, but I do like clean.
Yeah, because right before you open the door, it's cycling water in and out. And right as I got out and closed the door, it cycled the water again. Yeah. So for the next person who comes in, it's like a fresh, hot.
Yeah, they do a really good job. So give them some business.
Yeah, Float Foundation, Minneapolis.
We'll kill you.
No, we're not going to kill you. You learned nothing in the float tank. You're still violent.
Well, I didn't say I'm going to come and kill you right now. I used to say that.
I suppose it's better.
See, give me a cookie and shut up.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a cookie. I'll give you a participation ribbon.
Participation cookie.
It's laced with Valium.
Ooh, I like that. Makes me feel wiggly.
We got Mr. Tim in here. What up? So did I just stumble into your trip to Pottery Barn?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, sure. Pottery Barn.
There's no Pottery Barn.
There's not here.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Really?
It does. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, well, I don't. That shows you how often I go there.
Yeah. There was one in the Galleria in Edina.
I think there still is, isn't there? Oh. I know there's some kind of, they always come up with those kitschy names now. Forks.
They don't sell forks there.
No. It's like but it's a full-on cooking restaurant. Forks.
Oh, yeah, the catchy kitchen names.
Yeah. The recipe.
Yeah. Nice.
The measuring cup.
Yeah.
But they also have like lessons and they stream. That'd be, there has to be some that do that, huh?
What's that?
Do lessons, but they stream them live.
Oh, there's tons of
no. But I mean, while
sessions.
they're teaching people shit, like doing the.
Oh yeah, schools do that. I'm sure culinary schools.
We could probably do our own like Master Chef.
Oh God.
We just call it OK Cook.
Really? You call it OK Cook?
Yeah, because we're looking for just an OK Cook.
You're going to teach people how to do this, and you're going to need about that much. Nothing measured, nothing like.
Because it could be like,
Because that's how you cook. Everything just kind of like, it's about that much.
Well, yeah. Depending on. I do, unless I'm doing the baking.
Yes, then you measure.
Yeah.
Like he made some fucking badass Japanese fluffy pancakes.
Transgender.
Oh, you're getting a phone call.
Yeah, too bad.
This is why we talk about muting our things before the show.
It's not my fault.
It's his fault.
It's my fault.
It's his fault. That's all right. No, you muted your 7 other devices. That's the problem. Like when you have an iPad and other things like you do, and they're all connected. I do have a lot
of devices.
You're a
I'm
device
heavy.
guy.
What was I talking about before the distraction?
I don't know.
God damn it. You do. You're being a dick.
The cooking show about how you never measure anything. Okay Cook.
Because it'd be like we're just looking for the next Okay Cook.
We're looking for the next Okay Cook. Yeah. Oh fuck! I totally get it now. Thank you.
I think it'd be good. So you got to get people who have no. These are people who have no fucking interest in cooking.
Yeah.
Right. It's like they're sentenced to the show, and we turn them into an Okay Cook.
Amanda said she'd be awesome at that. That is how I cook. And she did a laughing out loud, which you better be laughing out loud.
Yes.
We're not going to put up that fake LOL.
No, I do. I've always done it by hand. It's so cumbersome to use utensils for that stuff. Especially you can go, yeah, okay, that's fucking teaspoon.
And
are you sure that was a teaspoon? No, but I'm pretty sure.
You remind me of my buddy Ryan, but I measure everything exactly as the ingredients go.
So is Brenda. She's so fucking cute too. She's like, it's a little cup and she's measuring.
That's heaping. I need to take that top off of that. Okay. Yeah, that's how I cook.
Yeah, I'm a heaper.
That's why when you sent me the recipe for that chicken, I'm sitting there looking at it going, oh, fucking God, fuck. This is a JP recipe here. Because like you measured some things out and you're just like, a little bit of honey, a little bit of this. Like, what the fuck? What's a little bit? What does that mean?
Well, more than a little, less than too much.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, it's important stuff.
So measurements are relative is what you're telling me?
Measurements are relative to scale and mass.
Scale and mass.
Scale and mass.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, scale and then the mass of the.
Well, the mass is how much space it takes up. Let's not get into this. You're going in over your head.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Trust me. It's the burning feeling you get in your nose when you get water in there.
Yeah.
It's like that. I feel that right now.
So what else is going on with you? Because we did the float tank. What's some crazy shit that's been going on? Because it's been 2 weeks.
Well, Trump.
Oh, fuck, that's always a...
There you go.
Yeah. That's all you need to say.
That's all I get. Yeah. Let's see. I've been working on the book. I'm almost done with the book. Literally, it's like we're gone through second round of edits. Right now it's in copy edit's hands. And I'm working on the last epilogue. There's 3. And the introduction. And then it's like, copy edit, get it back, look at it, send it to
VO.
Todd McLaren, voiceover, narrative artist.
You're a big fan of his? He
does good work. He's fucking awesome. Yeah, he did my first book, Mr. Man. Fucking A.
Nice. Fucking A.
Fucking A. What else is... did we talk about Blade Runner?
No, we did not. We did not talk about Blade Runner.
We did not. And yeah, and plus it's been enough time to where it's like we can talk about some of the other things that have occurred because of Blade Runner.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, sorry.
Just talk about our thoughts.
We won't really break into too much, but it was the movie I thought was fucking awesome.
Yep.
I thought it was a very beautiful movie. Well done, paid intense homage to the original.
Yep. That's what I've been telling everybody who's asked me because a lot of people are seeing that this movie is being rated very highly. And
yeah, like 83 and 89 on Rotten Tomatoes.
And there's like they're using it to pump the movie even more, like the greatest movie ever made, and all this stuff.
And the movie's bombing.
Well,
as far as box office numbers go.
If you watch the original Blade Runner and see how slow of a movie it is, this is slower than that.
You really? I thought it had the same pace.
Oh, I felt it was close enough, but I felt it was slower than that. And people need to realize that if you like the original Blade Runner, this is.
Yeah.
This is the same style.
I guarantee the people who loved the original Blade Runner love this one.
Yep, exactly. And people who are looking for more action-y are not going to like this.
If I were to pick at something, I think I love a long movie, right? But
it did feel long.
But there were some scenes I think they could have cut down a little bit.
There's a lot of camera shots on a face with very slow backing off and just trying to take the entire face in, and I think
that stuff I liked.
I like that sort of stuff, but they did it all the time. That's what makes it feel slow to me.
Yeah,
some of those moments.
But it was good. It was really, really fucking good.
How about the fucking music? 15 out of 10. That's what I give that rating. 15 out of 10. That was the loudest fucking movie
extra 5
I've ever been to. Our seats were shaking in that.
They were shaking.
I've seen other people report that. They must have really pushed it. Their overhead, because the movie itself is at a very low volume compared to the music. The music just, holy shit.
I kind of felt like someone had the remote to my butt plug.
Your butt plug? You wore that I was sitting next to you.
Did you have the remote?
No.
Did
you have a butt plug? God.
No, I didn't have a butt plug. That's just us being humorous.
Jeez. I liked it too. I really did. I thought it was a movie with a lot of depth where I honestly would have to see it probably 2 more times to fully understand everything about it.
I would go see it again.
Yeah, because even the original Blade Runner had so much depth to it. It had the basic story. That's what this had. But there's all these other side elements.
Yeah, the stuff that actually brings it home.
And the only hole in the story that I found was his daughter.
Yeah,
that's it, without giving up too much. Like, why would they not know?
That seemed, well...
Because of what she was doing for a living, what she did.
Yeah, that doesn't say too much about Jared Leto, how smart he was or wasn't. But yeah, he is blind.
But then again, the records was it duplicated or whatever, messed with.
Yeah.
Put her in that dream.
The dream maker.
Creationer. I'm making up words.
She's a creationer.
Yeah.
Makes creations. No, but like, what were you going to say about why it failed? Did you have?
I just think movies with depth and slow style, they usually don't do very well. I mean,
and the
Terrence Malick movies generally don't do very well.
And the movie was long. It was like almost 3 hours long. I think 2:45, something like that. 2:35, 2:30.
Yeah.
And then theaters can't have as many showings when that happens.
Sure. We got Tim saying, it might be me, but your video is coming out choppy. Let me take a look at something real fast here. I can't click on things with my left hand. No, we've dropped no frames. We're good still. So, Tim, it might be you. Tim, you got to stop downloading porn. You can stream it for free.
But if you download it...
Maybe not the kind you're into. But
if you download it, though, you can keep it and then go back and look it, rub it and titch it and feel it.
Yeah, you're a porn, holder onto guy.
Well, I believe a lot of things should be held onto. It's like, what if you lose power? What if you lose the internet?
Are you serious? When you lose power?
Porn.
You have to have porn around.
That'd be great. That'd be a thing. We need gas for the generator. What do you need power for? He wants to look at his porn.
Yeah, he wants to look at his porn again. Like, what the fuck?
I just want to charge my iPad. You want to look at porn.
Yeah.
He's got the same 3 videos, that little midget in the leather.
I think it's the old mentality. Since you're an older person, older than me, like, you came from the days of porn's on videotapes, and you got to retain all of this on hard drives. And
when I was a kid, porn was on 8mm reels.
So there you go.
You bought that shit from like the back of real like high society and some of the other just gutter rags, man. And that's when Hustler was like, you felt like you were giving the girls a OBGYN examination, because it's like, I mean, there's like no question that's a vagina.
Mm-hmm. We got Tim, whom go figure Google. He's on Fiber. Tim's on Google Fiber? You fucking lucky bastard.
Yeah, fucking Mormon land.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's okay, though.
Utah has Google Fiber?
What? Do you think they're in thatch huts or what?
No, I didn't know Utah got it. I thought it was like more populated.
I thought you were knocking the Mormons. I got your back, guys.
No, I didn't knock the Mormons. I don't even know the Mormons. I know they have like special underwear.
They're called garments, and they're spiritual protection. Respect your elders.
Wow. I see.
I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Google Fiber's 1,000 up, 1,000 down. Imagine all the porn you could stream.
I know. Imagine that digital boner you'd have if you had that. Just walk around sporting that digital boner.
1,000 up, 1,000 down. Yeah,
people say, "What's that?" That's Google Fiber.
That's Google Fiber. Yeah,
you gotta get bitch in there.
That's nice. I wish we had Google Fiber here.
Not biatch. Hey, dude, we have a cat. Just gonna lounge. He's laying.
Stretching, laying down, play-by-play, licking a paw.
Cleaning. Hey, we had a fun play-by-play yesterday with a couple squirrels in the bird feeder.
He has this bird feeder that is pretty anti-squirrel, but a few of them figured it out.
Yeah, we were watching the Squirrel Olympics.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I guarantee some of those fuckers had some bruises.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, because they can't really climb down the cable because it's a steel cable. And the nearest branches are, what, about 5 feet away, 4 feet away?
It's a healthy jump to get on top, and the top of the bird feeder is smooth. So they have nowhere to grab on. So the smart ones jump to the lower portion where the birds can grab on, right?
Yep.
And they figure out, but getting them on there, and they're just kind of holding on for dear life as the thing's kind of spinning a little bit.
Like,
and then
I got this.
And then, yeah, eat a little bit.
Okay,
there were 2
he's holding
there.
on. He's burning up the time. Is he going to get the gold?
Nate Throne says, I walked away for 2 minutes. I come back and I hear vagina. I shouldn't walk away during the show. Yeah,
don't try this at home.
Sorry,
kids.
sometimes it goes there.
For those playing the home game.
But now we're talking about squirrels and a bird feeder.
Squirrels and a bird feeder. Yeah. No, but it was pretty crazy. Especially because there was one who finally made it to the top, and he's holding on a fucking death grip, right? And spinning. And then he kind of takes his feet, and he puts his feet up to the crown of the top, and he grabs the ring that the cable's on, and then he kind of hangs down. Remember that he's trying to get down to the bottom floor, and he's down there, but then he's like almost, and then finally he lets the other leg go. Remember, he kind of went over the edge, but he's like
grabbed on,
pulled it up the last minute. Man, the guy got his food.
The 2 that were doing it, they're not only are they persistent, they're very resilient because they jump, bang, fall down, right back up. Like just
this one, he jumps from the branch, bings off of the bird feeder into the tree, off of the tree down to the ground.
Gets up, shakes it off, runs back up.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I got this. Mm-hmm. I got 2 more tries, coach. Just put me in.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach. I got this.
It's cool to see, though.
It was very cool. We had a possum out there last night, man.
Big old possum?
Hey, I love fucking nature, man. I don't think, I don't see why people see shit like that and they're like, hey, man, look at that. That's fucking a white squirrel. It's so rare. Let's kill it. Mm-hmm. It's like never part of the process for me. It
always bothers me when I see people go out of their way to kill something on the road, too. I've seen people swerve to hit a squirrel or something like that.
I'm the swerve out of the way guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy who jams his brake to let a mouse go by.
I'm the guy who fucking gets on the off-ramp, flips around, and comes back to make sure the deer is like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really do that. But
well, no. It's a suffering thing.
Yeah.
Because I saw this deer get hit one day and it flew off the road, and I'm like, oh, fuck, man. He's, I figured he's going to be dead, and get over there and he's gone. Because he did the cartwheel, and I thought he got hurt pretty bad, but he didn't give a fuck.
Gotcha.
Walk this shit off.
Someone's fucking deer, man. They can handle that load. That sounded bad, but
hey, I told you a good joke this week.
Oh, really?
How do you know you have a high sperm count? She has to chew before she swallows.
That's
gross.
That's gross. You should probably get that checked. That's like sandy. That's not good. It shouldn't be sandy.
Comes out like cream of wheat.
Yeah, you're not going to see her again.
Yeah. No, she's not. Well, unless she's like one of those people with those like, weird fetishes.
That's true. Squirrels, sharing is caring. Squirrels go good with gravy.
Too gamey. Their meat's too gamey and stringy.
You've tried squirrel?
Oh, yeah, back in the Missouri days. Hey, buddy.
This cat is just lounging.
He never does this.
The other cat's awake now. They wake up at the same time.
They do. Yeah.
But just don't. He's just laying.
I want to show you, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is? What's been in the news? Okay, I do got to say a little thing about the Trumpety Trump.
Tim saying he's tying a noose, getting ready to check the fuck out, and Nate laughed at that. Maybe he laughed at us, but no.
I'd get the scissors and cut the noose.
Yeah.
And just, man, no checking out.
Not yet.
Not yet. Figure out what's wrong with the equation first.
You were saying something about Trump?
Yes. Leave Puerto Rico alone.
I would agree with
Donald
that.
Trump hates Puerto Ricans.
I don't think he hates Puerto Ricans. I think he's just an idiot.
I was doing that's my Kanye.
Oh, gotcha.
George Bush hates black people. Remember that? You don't remember that?
Oh, I do. Yeah, absolutely.
That was right after Katrina.
He didn't know what he was getting into. You think he hates black people? Just wait. But wait, there's more.
Now with real racism.
Yeah. Now with old school
100% real racism.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't know when to shut up. Now, what is this whole deal?
I would not say that he was racist. I would say he is wholly ignorant.
Oh, absolutely. In every aspect. Like I said this before, never trust a person who never admits they're wrong. I've never once heard him admit he's wrong to the public.
Well, I like how he said that no president ever called anybody soldiers. And then someone said, well, didn't Obama do that? Well, they told me that nobody did.
I can't even blame him for doing that now. He knows he can get away with it. He can say whatever the fuck he wants.
No shit. Well, they told me. Who are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Who are you listening to?
What's this whole deal with the widow of a soldier?
Because supposedly, I guess it's hearsay because there's no recording of the phone call. He allegedly said, he knew what he was signing up for, and he paid the ultimate price for his country, something along those lines. That is, I'm paraphrasing. So look it up, find out exactly what he said. But, and so some people have lost their mind over that.
Oh, really?
Because they felt that was not something you say to a mourning parent.
You don't say he knows what he knew what he was getting into. Like, that's stupid.
Now, that being said, I think a lot of it has to do with how you might say that. It's like, now, if you said it like, I'm really sorry for your loss, it's a proud moment to look at someone who knows. They know what they're signing up for, and they paid that ultimate price, but they're okay with that because they knew they said that their actions changed something. That's different.
Yeah.
And if that's how he said, or if that's what he said and how he said it, media spec fuck off, because that's actually a pretty cool thing if they're taking that out of context. But I don't know if that's how it was delivered or not, because according to the White House this afternoon, we have no recording of that phone call.
Yep. And he says he's going to
but
prove
Trump
it.
said But Trump says there's a lot of people in the room though. They heard me.
He said he's going to prove that what she's claiming is false.
He always says he's going to prove stuff though.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the easy way to handle this. Come out, and when she accuses you of this, come out and say, I don't remember saying that, but if I did, I sincerely apologize. I meant nothing.
Well, it's not the mother who's saying anything.
Oh, it isn't? Oh,
no,
okay.
It's some congresswoman. I apologize.
Oh, who was in the room?
I don't know where she gained her information from.
I wonder if they're going to ask her about it eventually.
Well, that's the first person that should be asked.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing
in any situation.
They might want to leave her alone for a bit.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, before this even turned into a thing, okay, before the congressman even said anything, it's like, is there any veracity to this? It's like,
yeah.
So, don't get me wrong, I am not defending anybody here. I'm just saying there's no proof, and then everyone's losing their fucking mind when we could just say, hey, I know you're not feeling too good about your son right now, but did Trump say this? Just tell me, I'll tell everybody else, I'll leave you alone.
And to give Trump the benefit of the doubt, I'm sure there are plenty of things he didn't say that people are claiming he said, right? But when you have one every other day, eventually one of those is going to be true.
He is Gas
City.
Like, he's always...
He just doesn't know. I mean, it's obvious when he's speaking to the public, we get a pretty good picture of who he is behind the doors. Mm-hmm. And generally, the way that works is he's worse behind doors than he is in public. Generally, when the cameras aren't on you,
he's just a beast.
Yeah. But he's a beast in front of the cameras.
But yeah, in public though, if he had a dick big enough, he'd step on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, don't tell him that. He'd claim
I step on it every day.
Yeah.
Every day, every stinking day.
So I just read an interview with the woman that said he did not offend her, nor did he disrespect her son. That's not right. I just saw another one that said he did. I'm done.
Welcome.
Welcome
to the internet.
Freaking media is the villain here. I would agree. The media is the villain in a lot of ways.
But it'd be interesting to see, what does Fox say? What does CNN say? And then like, what does Reuters say? What does BBC say? And then you take the matches from those and you match those. It's like a tournament play.
I just think they should attack him for the things that truly matter. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying this doesn't fully matter, but let's attack him for
Puerto
things
Rico.
he's trying to do to the world instead of stupid things he says.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
'Cause that's a smear campaign at that point. Just who gives a shit what he says? We know he's stupid as fuck, but it's what is he doing? What is his administration actually trying to do? Attack that.
That is, yeah. What are they trying to do?
Well,
that's the cloudy part.
This Trump.
I mean, we know
thing,
we saw not Don Jr. but the other son-in-law dude.
I don't remember.
Kushner. Don Kirshner's rock concert. No, Kushner, because he's tasked with ending the opioid crisis. He's got to end terrorism, get us out of Afghanistan. What else does he got to do? There's lots of other things. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff. He's got a big list.
Yeah.
And all he's been doing, I think, is testifying.
I watched a document.
What did you know about the Russians, son?
Well, I watched a documentary about Trump's daughter,
The
one that's married to him.
Right.
So there was a documentary
Ivanka,
about,
right?
Yeah, Ivanka. So it's a documentary about kids who are inheriting a bunch of wealth, like the guy from Johnson & Johnson, big companies like that. These are
Right.
kids who are not quite 18 yet.
But who stand to just never have to.
Yep, and she was in it. She was in it, and this guy went around and interviewed all of them, and it was nobody wanted to talk about their money. Like the kids they would talk about it, but the parents, that is not proper. You don't talk about money, how much money, where it's coming from, all that stuff. Well, they have the Hamptons, where a lot of them go and are.
Yeah, that's East Coast shit.
All those kids party up there. They were doing drugs and drinking, and I'm not saying she was doing it, but
Right.
that's the only circle of people you really know are those people. Those are people you hang out with. So that was, I believe Kirshner was in that. That's how you form your dating circles. And all these interviews with these kids, like, they don't know shit. They don't know a damn thing. It's really strange. So think about this. This is a kid who's doing all of this stuff, hanging out with her. Neither of them know what real life even fucking is.
Right.
And now we need you to take care of Iraq. We need you to get rid of the opioid problem. We need you.
Can you take care of a homeless problem for us, too?
They're the least equipped people I can think of to figure that out.
Yeah, because they just come from that silver spoon factory.
Exactly. You never know what struggling truly is.
No, you don't. You know, it's just like that song "Common People."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, you.
Who originally did that again?
That was an English band.
The Pose? No, the Pixie. No.
No, it wasn't.
The Shatner version's really good. With Ben Folds.
It's a great fucking song though. Mm-hmm. I want to live like common people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I want to live like a pleb. Well, the first thing, you know, I think when you start out a conversation with, I want to experience life like those below me, like those below my status.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're not invited.
We don't like you anymore.
Sorry. No.
Not going to happen.
Tim said, freaking media is the villain here, and Call of Duty, plus that heavy metal music. That's the demise of our society, that damn Iron Maiden. Booze, hookers.
Okay.
I like it.
That's an opinion I can run with.
Yes. Just the booze and hookers?
Yeah, I like booze. I like hookers. Hookers and blow is more fun than booze and hookers.
Hookers and blow. Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, God, yeah. Fuck.
I
read about that. It was a really good book. Read it in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, great book. Cover to cover.
Yeah.
And both covers.
And then you lost the book, right?
Oh, had to.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pass that book on. Yeah, it's like you got to hand it upstream. Yeah.
Do you knight them with a powdery book?
No, you just say, hey, man, catch. What's this? And you're gone.
Yeah.
Huh? He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He's a smart boy. He'll figure it out.
I like it.
Let's see. We talked about movies. We talked about anything else going on in the news?
The fires in California.
Fires in fucking
nuts.
California are insane, man. That is just crazy. That just tells you how hot, like some of those neighborhoods that went up. You know, you look at those neighborhoods that went up, especially in Santa Rosa. You know, when you're looking at these neighborhoods, the before pictures, you know, there's trees, there's foliage, you know, but there's not an overabundance that you think, you know, because if I lived in that neighborhood, I'd say, oh, fucking fire can't get here. But I think what happens is once that fire is so vast and the heat is so intense, once it gets up there, that heat, I don't think it's anything for that shit to just
yeah,
literally burst into flames. It's not just a roving.
The fire doesn't have to touch it.
Yeah, it's like once the air is 250, 300 degrees, it's like, hey, look.
Well, the major problem was it was so fucking windy. Now it's died down. I think they've contained it a little bit more now, right?
They must have. I haven't heard a lot of it in the news.
I think they got rain, and the wind died down because they were getting gusts of like 67, 70 mile per hour winds, which, jeez, that's the worst thing when it comes to like fires like that.
That's as bad as like down in Southern California when you get the Santa Ana winds down there. Those are crazy fucking strong winds, and yeah, they do a lot of they drive a lot of the fires we get out in California, Southern California as well.
Tim says, by the way, they pretty much have made being homeless in Salt Lake City a crime. And then he says, oh, Vegas. Yeah, we talked about the Vegas shooting last time, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, he said Vegas or Salt Lake?
Well, he brought up Vegas as a topic we could talk about, and he says cover up or ?
Well, that's very interesting, because I think when we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, we didn't really delve into any tin hat stuff, as I like to call it, because that's where it gets sequestered, whether you really believe it or you don't. But I've just noticed anytime you bring up something that kind of goes across the party line, as it were, for how a story's supposed to be taken, people look at you like, well, that's weird. You got a different opinion? What are you, tin hat? You got a tin hat? Tell you putting on a tin hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting on a tin hat, man. Just fuck off. But sorry, I just kind of trailed off there on a little breadcrumb.
Well, you're into big conspiracy theory stuff anyway. I'm not at all.
I like the conspiracy stuff, and it's not like I follow all these conspiracies and I think they're all real. I'm entertained by them. Yeah. It's rare that I'll look at something and go, like we were watching some UFO stuff the other day, and some of the shit is obviously fucking After Effects, and but that doesn't make it any less entertaining, sure. especially watching other people get fooled by it.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember Art Bell one time, they had this, it's a ghost in Scotland, and these people are driving, and you see this as when you look at the video. If you just glance at the video, it's this little squiggly ghost thing walking across the road. And I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, that's weird. And I played it back slowly, and I noticed that the little ghost thing was moving in perfect unison with the car, and so I look, and it's just the fucking ghost thing is a little thing of bird shit on the window or something like that. That's all it was. Yeah. But just the way the car was moving, it looked like it was going across. You fucking idiots.
Just people want to see what they want to see.
People will find patterns and everything. But to get back to your Salt Lake question, the thing that's the one thing,
Vegas question, you mean
the Vegas? What I said?
You said Salt Lake. That's all right. We were talking.
Well, Tim's in Salt Lake. He mentioned the Vegas thing.
There you go.
At this point, we know something bad happened. There's some. I noticed that there were some people who were given witness stories who weren't really witnesses. And when I say that, I'm not saying professional witnesses. I'm just saying I think it was people who just jumped in to try and get a little limelight on themselves. But probably the craziest thing for me was there's about 4 or 5 videos out there on YouTube about a 4th floor shooter, and there's a actual video of it from multiple angles, different people. Is it real? I don't know. I find it odd that none of the media, nobody's even touched it. Even to say it's stupid or not real, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, and it's crazy. If you just YouTube or just Google fucking 4th floor shooter, Las Vegas, the footage is out there. But other than that,
I always go back to the motivation. Why would they cover up a 4th floor shooter?
Well, that's just
Why would collectively the media and the police and everybody at the hotel and
I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying that there's...
I know people keep saying this, but think about it. Why collectively would they cover up a second shooter in this case?
I would posit another question.
Yeah.
Why would somebody put 5 videos out there of the same thing? And when I say this, I'm not saying this to argue.
Yeah.
I'm saying what would be the reasoning for someone to, okay, we're going to make it look like there's a 4th shooter. We're going to do this from 5 different angles, and then we're going to put that video out there. So what would be the reason? So, yeah, why would they cover that up?
Yep.
Why would they do it?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So those are really good questions, because it's like, okay, what would be the reasoning for someone? I mean, if somebody just made those 5 or 6 videos that show that 4th floor shooter, if they did that,
that sort of shit happens every day.
No, what I'm getting at is if they did that just to take advantage of a situation and get a billion fucking hits, that's a shitty fucking thing to do. Now, if it really happened, yeah, people got to know.
That behavior happens every day on YouTube.
Now I know that trolling shit.
But
they're horrible people.
I'm just talking, even if this person didn't do that, and there's people who are claiming there's 4th floor shooters and stuff, if there was any sort of validity to it, the media would be all over that. They were looking for every possible way to cover that story. And if they were told by the government or something, we need to cover this up, I mean, I think eventually something like that leaks, and
unless it's like in the movies where the guy who tells you that they're covering up is like really threatening and intimidating. Yeah, and like maybe when he talks to you, he's like looming over you. Threateningly.
I like the Tim brought this up, and this is what I wanted to get to on this. The security guard that ended up getting shot. Did they find him?
Yeah, he was on Ellen today.
What the hell? They couldn't find the guy.
He finally breaks his silence.
Yeah. So what's the deal? What did he say?
I do not know. I haven't. I just saw that.
Well, obviously it wasn't too earth shattering.
Okay, you know what? This thing with Trump and the media has got to fucking end. Because I'm not even going to say anything about Trump. I'm just saying the media. It's like some of the stuff they do. It's like just because Trump plays dirty pool, it doesn't mean that the media has to. And some of the stuff, and I know they're going for clicks, they're going for ratings and stuff. I get that, but they got a story here. A Gold Star widow. I wish Trump had called me. It's like, so now they're like, over the whole, did he call this person? Did he not call this person? Did he say this? Did he say that? And now they're like, well, let's get someone he didn't call. Let's put them on the show. Well, Trump didn't call me. And don't get me wrong, I am not belittling her loss at all as a mother or wife, whatever it is. But it's like, come on, CNN. Really? Yeah. That's bad form. It's bad form, Jack. That's bad form.
Tim brought up the because the FBI wanted to kick off a "We Are Going to Take Your Guns" campaign. And finally, why is YouTube censoring shit? That's YouTube censoring shit. They're probably legally bound by certain things.
Like, I guess.
But for the reasoning behind the shooting is to do an anti-gun smear campaign.
Yep.
Even with this shooting, guns are not going to be illegal. They can try that every time. There's been how many mass shootings, and guns are not going to be taken away. That's just one right that is not going to be changed.
No, I think they'd have a hard time changing that. I think that would get real ugly real quick.
Yeah. But again, the cover up. How can that many people cover up one event? That's what I'm talking about. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 are dead. So there you go. And no cops died, right? You know what I mean? No SWAT members going in there to get this guy, you know. So it's, and they even mapped out he had an escape plan, right?
Yeah. So. Well, no. And like, you know, you said, I like my conspiracies, but that doesn't mean I believe them. I just like them. Sure. They're entertaining.
The problem is people like you who find them entertaining bring it up, and the people who want to buy all that shit it's like you're leading a cult. That's why when you start talking about this shit, I roll my fucking eyes, because I'm like, I know you don't believe this shit, but you love to talk about it, which is cool. But there are people who buy all of it.
I know, but I don't talk to them.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I don't think any of them are listening to this show.
You'd be surprised.
Buy America.
Yeah. It's just that easy to fool people, I think. And guess what? There's plenty of shit where the conspiracy theory shit was probably right.
Yep, but it gets lost.
But it gets lost in this. So I think it's right for people to poke and prod and figure it out. But it's wrong to believe every fucking thing you hear. It's wrong. It's wrong for me to discredit everything I hear. You are a discreditor. Well, I need some fucking proof.
No, you're just a skeptic, and there's not a goddamn thing wrong with that.
No, I zero faith. Mm-hmm. If it takes, you got to have faith. You have to imagine. No, I don't have to imagine a fucking thing. Yeah,
facts. Exactly. Imagine the facts.
Yeah. If it requires faith that something happened, then sorry, that's not happening. Yeah.
No, but I do like some of the. That's one thing I'll say. You know, because I'm into graphic stuff, you're into graphic stuff. We're pretty good about spotting the fakes.
Sure.
You know, but that's really I find that very entertaining when you find something that is. I mean, even we're looking at it, and at first we're like, but then we're like,
Well done.
Well done. Golf clap. Yeah. But it's stuff that's good enough to. It's like, well, remember that one graphic artist? This guy did the
Centrifuge project.
Well, there was that, yeah. But this was the headline of the YouTube thing, which was totally clickbaity. It's like, NASA, what did you do to piss off the aliens? And then you go there. And what was the last shuttle to crash? Was that not the Challenger? That was the Atlantis? No.
I think it was the Challenger, I think.
Challenger, no, that was 87, 86, 85.
Columbia?
Columbia? I think
that's the one?
Columbia disaster. I think you're correct.
Where they crashed.
And
or blew
so
up.
it shows them taking off in space, but then it shows the footage of them, like when they're, the actual news footage when it was coming out of the sky.
Yeah.
I'm playing it through how it happened. Basically, this thing cuts to space, and it shows the Colombian space, and they're doing stuff, and it shows them moving through their cockpits and doing everything. And then the shot cuts to outside, which, if you're really thinking about it, it's an impossible shot from outside because it's far enough back to where it's not on the arm, and obviously they don't have a robot little camera that floats around space. But all of a sudden, it goes to snow, and then when it comes back up, the shuttle's just kind of like got all kinds of holes in it and shit, and it's like it just got hit with astral buckshot or something.
What the fuck?
And then it gets glitchy again, and then next thing you know, it's shredded and in pieces, and then it cuts to but the thing is, the way it was done, you could, to the untrained eye, it looks fucking real. I mean, I think I've shown that to you, haven't I? Because it just looks.
I don't remember it.
It looks so fucking real. The guy is just fantastic at what he does, and why he's not working in movies, because his shit looked better than some fucking movies I've seen.
Gotcha.
So sorry for that little rant.
Oh, we got Tim. I'm done too. All three of us. I totally trust our government 100%. That's not what I said. And the internet and Santa Claus. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Santa Claus and the internet. Trust everything.
Franken's getting all fucking pissed off with Sessions. They had a heated hearing.
Oh. Well, Sessions is a fucking crook, but
he's an animated marionette doll.
Yeah, he is.
He scares me. It's like because I always want to do this. There's no strings.
Yeah.
How you doing that? How you moving?
The moral of the story is don't trust any entity 100%. Because there's always some fuckery afoot with anything. There's always a person in there that's a poison or whatever. So trusting our government 100%.
Yeah, don't do that.
Fucking foolish. Absolutely.
Foolish. Especially because Jeff Sessions, his skin looks like it's stretched so tight.
That's one old man that needs to fucking go. And I'm not talking about out of the administration. I'm talking about...
he wants Jeff Sessions to go by natural causes. Very important to discern that.
He is an ignorant spreader and hates things when knowing nothing about them.
I know. He says he wants to see to it that marijuana is never ever legalized. Why? Who's putting the money in your pocket?
Because
Jeff?
He saw Reefer Madness and it makes black men rape white women.
Oh God.
That's probably what he thinks.
That's what they were putting in the news way back in the day.
Sure.
Was that Hearst who was doing that?
I believe so. William Adolph Hearst.
William Adolph Hearst. That's funny.
I think that was his name.
Adolph, really?
I thought so. Yeah. William Adolph Hearst.
Or wasn't it Randall?
Randall? Was it Randall?
William Randall.
Randolph?
Randolph.
Rudolph?
Adolph?
William Rudolph Hearst? I don't know. I thought it was Adolph. I'm probably.
Trump sent a check to a family, a personal check to a family whose soldier died or some son died.
Well, that's cool.
You have it there. Trump sends a $25,000 check to fallen family soldier on same day as Washington Post report. I don't know what the Washington Post report.
If he's sending personal money to people to help, I'm glad they're reporting that because gotta go.
Oh.
Ciao. Take it easy, Tim.
See you there, Timmy. No. Trump had told the father. Trump had promised the soldier's father a personal donation during a June condolence call, but never followed through. So then the Washington Post report came out that Trump promised that he was going to do that, and he never did it. And then he sent out the check that day.
Got it.
Now I understand what they're talking about.
Maybe he forgot.
He's a busy guy. He's kind of,
Technically, you're right. He is busy. Maybe leader.
Well, he should be busier.
Well, sometimes golf is.
North Korea says war may begin at any moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the security guard dude broke his silence on Ellen.
Yep. Okay.
No, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Ellen. You know, I love Ellen. It's really unfortunate, but I do. Why wouldn't you do it through a news outlet? Why were you?
I don't know.
You know,
maybe he's looking for the 15 minutes of fame.
Well, he may have gotten a pretty good little paycheck there.
To go on Ellen? Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
They're like, Ellen, if you can get him, we'll give him $1 million. We give him $2 million? I could see her being a dick like that. What? Give him $1 million. Why not 2?
To get him to
All right, we'll give him $2 million. All right. She's like,
why he ran?
And she's going to him. She's saying, they're promising to give you $500,000. Just give it to me. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, she takes her cut. I don't think Ellen needs any more money.
I don't think she needs.
I think she's doing just fine.
I don't know. I haven't seen any. I was going to click into that, but it's a video. So
obviously it wasn't too earth shaking.
No. Well, thus far, unless he's sitting there like that dude who shot up the theater during Batman. Remember him in court?
Well, that guy's not. He's still alive. We're paying to keep that guy alive and eat. We're paying for him to eat.
I know.
Fuck, that dude should be. You should yank his brain out, study it, and then throw him in the garbage.
I'm envisioning they're going to yank your brain out.
Yeah, I'm totally for capital punishment.
No. How does brain yanking happen?
It's real simple. You knock him out with drugs,
okay,
or you just kill him, and then you, I don't know, take a chisel and mallet to the skull, pull it open, you yank the brain out.
All right. I'd like a quicker method. Something that maybe like cracks the sides of the skull and the front and the back of the skull like an egg, and then just pulls it out.
I see.
So, whoosh, whoosh, a yank, like something. It has to be fast.
A yank.
Yeah, it's like a grabbing a yank.
That's true. A yank. Oh, sorry.
Grabbing a yank is kind of a grabbing a yank. It's like a rubbing a tug.
Ooh, I like that. A grabbing a yank. Yeah.
I love grabbing a yank. Eh?
I'm having a grabbing a yank.
Or is that something you'd get like on Grindr?
That's probably something you would get on Grindr.
Yeah, grab and a
grab
yank.
And then a yank. Yeah.
Yeah. Mutual assured pleasure.
I suppose a grab and a yank would involve 2 dicks. So sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Unless like she had a large clitoris.
Oh yeah, you grab and yank that. Sure.
That'd be really big. Usually it's the muscle chicks, the chicks who do all the weightlifting and get all.
That's usually the ones that have.
Really? From my experience in books I've read.
Ah. I see.
I've read books. I read books. I'm a reader. Study.
Yeah, you have the reading glasses. I mean, you're all set.
I'm tired of these glasses, actually.
Huh.
Are any good movies coming up? They're remaking. Are there any remaking?
God, I don't know any movies coming out right now. Whoops, sorry.
We were kind of in a movie lull there for quite a while, and then Blade Runner came out.
Sure.
And I think Neuromancer has changed hands once more.
They are making Neuromancer.
Well, it's just changed hands. I think the people who were going to make it aren't making it anymore. And the funny thing is, back in the day, I believe there was at one of the cons they had the then director, producers, and all these other people who were trying to get backing for the movie. I think they just needed $20 million to make the movie.
That's relatively low
for
budget,
for a movie, right?
Okay.
And I was thinking, man. And that's what I'm like, if I win the lottery, you want a good lottery? Here's $20 million.
You'd want some creative say in the movie, though, wouldn't you?
I'd want some creative say from a standpoint that I would demand that William Gibson be part of the creative team.
William Gibson.
He wrote the book.
The author. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because he gets it. He gets.
How do you know he's not part of the creative team?
Well, he's not yet because it's changed hands, but it hasn't happened.
Gotcha, but maybe he will.
I hope he is. If he's not, you should be.
Because nobody's going to do his book right better than him.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but that'd be great. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see that made into a movie before I'm no longer here and able to see it.
Wasn't Altered Carbon getting made into a movie
or
series?
Yeah, and that's going to be on Netflix. Ooh, Ready Player One. When does that do us? That's 18, right?
I think that's December or early next year.
I hope they don't fuck that up.
I'm sure it'll be way too fast, but whatever. It's still cool.
No. I'm just talking about for the readers of the book, like myself. Like a lot of people, a lot of 80s folk might just see the trailer and say, "Oh man, that looks cool."
Yeah.
Obviously, that was.
We should be worried about it because there are so many cultural references. I mean, shit. Will Wheaton is the president, so it's like, what do you?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to that. Plus, I just hope they do. I hope they don't change some of the main flora and fauna of the story.
Yep.
Yep. Because you got like some Dungeons and Dragons. A huge part of like the beginning is like this Dungeons and Dragons thing. There's a Zork thing, which was text adventures back in the day, and then there's a Joust.
Yeah, Pac-Man, I think, as well.
There's all kinds of just fucking references. It's kind of like an intellectual Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, well, and the cool thing about it too,
which they're doing a Wreck-It Ralph too, I hear.
Anyway. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. The trailer showed a lot of cultural references in it.
Yep.
I mean, I had to watch the thing numerous times to pick up all the different things that were in it.
Duke fucking Nukem.
Yeah, Duke Nukem, Freddy Krueger.
I
think I saw a Mortal Kombat character in there. I mean,
who is the dude in the monster truck? The monster in the monster truck.
I don't know who that is.
That is from a video game.
I don't know who that is, but it looks like they're going to go that extra mile and pay for all of these licenses. Like Atari. Atari needs to be a big part of that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that was huge in the book.
Yeah, and like I said, I want to see the Zork stuff because, man, that's when I first saw that trailer. I'm like, come on, man, show me a field. Show me a field.
With the White House?
Show me a field. Pan out, mailbox, White House. Yeah, fucking got a fucking boner.
I'm surprised they didn't try to turn Zork into something.
I'm glad they didn't. There were many iterations of Zork. There was Zork 2, Zork 3. Then there was Zork 0, I believe.
Is that the one that didn't have any calories?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there was something Frobotsky, because it was like the king of Frobos. Because Frobos was like the land in Zork. And
never knew that.
Yeah. There's some hard fucking puzzles in those fucking games.
Well, you had to type it exactly right. It was a string.
Well, that, but you also had to be able to visualize, because there were times when you'd break out the graph paper, and you'd like, okay, boom, in each check you just, because it was a grid game, so, but then sometimes especially Magic, it's like you go here, put you somewhere else, it's like, oh fuck, where am I now?
Oh shit.
You're in a dark room. If you don't turn on a light, you're likely to be eaten by a grue.
A grue?
Grue. They eat adventurers in the dark, I guess.
in the world of Zork.
But what was funny was when in every game they did, because they did a lot of fucking games, and some of them were like sci-fi games, like on a spaceship. But grues were there too. If your lantern went out, you'd get eaten by a grue. So grues were just like prevalent across all of the little universes.
That's kind of a cool name, a grue.
A grue. I don't want to get eaten by a grue. I like grues. 2 live grues.
Oh God! All right, it's time to wrap this puppy up. It's time.
But I don't want to.
But we gotta.
You want me to sing?
You can sing, but you gotta sing our sponsor.
I did the sponsor last time.
You did, but it's too late. You've got the changing of the voice.
Sponsor. Who's our sponsor this week? Fanny's Lemon Lime.
Do you have a voice thing on right now?
No, why? Yes, a little one, just kind of a different one. Fannie Mae's yogurt flavored pastry puffs.
Okay.
They're really good.
Fannie Mae, like the bank, the people who...
Yeah, the fuck happened? That frightened me. No. I'm back.
Sorry. He swears he's in technology.
I am in technology. No, not like Fannie Mae. Well, yes, Fannie Mae, but it's like a subsidiary of them. That's like they're the umbrella company, not an umbrella corp.
So they make sure to find people defaulting on home loans and also make these wonderful pastries.
I think when you default, you have to go work in the bakery and make the pastries.
Oh, so these are made with extra hate and loathing and shame.
And foreclosure.
And foreclosure. I like it.
That's very important.
All right. Sing us out. Thank you for joining us. He's going to sing you out now.
I'm just a gigolo everywhere I go. People know the part I'm playing. Pay for every dance, I'm selling each romance. Ooh, what will they say? There will come a day when youth will pass away. What would they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo.